Hello, I'm Scott Robison, and welcome to part 3 of Messing with Scammers, the Reverend Henry Chronicles. This episode is proudly sponsored by the Acme Corporation. Are you being continuously outsmarted by fast, land-based, self-censoring fowl? If so, contact a salesperson at Acme. They can help. Their number is 555-2263. That's 555-ACME. It's hard to believe it's been over 2 days, almost 2.5 days, since the last update. Reverend Henry is being very persistent in his scamming. He's called 23 times since part 2, and I've spoken with him 4 times. I'll play those back in chronological order here. Previously, I had received a pressure-filled email from Reverend Henry. As you can see up here at the top, I've got it minimized at the moment, but he sent me a pressure-filled email trying to get me to move fast. Need to move now. Your lack of cooperation is slowing things down. And as I indicated at the time, I don't understand. How can I be failing to cooperate? I'm emailing you, we're talking, that was only this morning, I'm happy to cooperate, but if you're going to rush me, we'll have none of that. So, thanks so much for your time. I hope we can connect, work these details out. So that was the last thing that we did. Over here, where you can't see it, I've got a list of all of the emails and telephone calls. I've got 14 different things. So I'm going to try to go through these chronologically. It's a little bit awkward, but I think getting it to you in the order that it happened is probably a little bit better. If I've shared some of this in the previous update, I apologize for being repetitious. So after I sent my cranky email to him, I got quite a conciliatory response back. Dear Stanley, I got your email and I understand everything you mentioned. Well, am sorry if am hasty. Am doing it for your interest and betterment. Well, with time, you would understand why am pushing you too fast. Please choose your delivery option. FedEx, UPS, DHL, bank-to-bank wire transfer at a range of affordable prices. Please bear in mind, COD is not possible. However, prior to its receipt and the official payment, your shipment will proceed immediately. Your payment is confirmed me. Thanks for your cooperation and understanding. Regards, Reverend Henry Larson. I'm really beginning to think that Reverend Larson is like Bizarro super. He's Bizarro scammer. You know, me am try to defraud you. You help me make money. Am going to steal. Anyway, horrible bit there. I really shouldn't have bothered, but I'm not going to erase it, so you're just going to have to live with it. A few hours after receiving that email, I did reply to him. Thank you very much for your understanding. One of my problems is that I am low on money at the moment. I'm retired. I only get one retirement check per month. I only have about $100 available, and it has to last me until the 25th. That $100 is all the money I have for groceries and gasoline. I think you guys call it petrol over there. So hey, here's an idea. I know you've said the package cannot be sent by cash on delivery terms and that we can't just take the money from the total and forward the balance to me. That seems odd to me, but I've never really been smart about how high finance things work, which is probably why I've never gotten rich. Well, that and being a former civil servant, which doesn't usually lead to wealth most of the time. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Anyway, since COD and net value shipping isn't possible, I'm wondering if you might be able to help me. Do you have access to money? With so much money on the line, I hate to have to wait until May 25th. If you could pay for the ATM card yourself, I would be very, very happy to repay you once I've received the ATM card, and even pay back an extra bonus amount for your time. Or I could make a generous contribution to whatever church you are a reverend for. Think of all the good you could do with that kind of money. By the way, I'm curious as to what denomination you're a reverend for. People fascinate me. I used to work with this guy at my old job. I think his name was Ronald Harris, but it's been decades, who left civil service and became a reverend. You know how the Pope takes on a new name when he is elevated to Pope? Well, old Ron took a new name when he took his vows, or whatever they're called. Reverend Book, they called him. He moved far, far away from New York, which is where we worked together. I never saw him again after that, though I heard he died in action serving, I think, as a chaplain on some sort of a ship a long ways away. Did you have to change your name when you took your vows? I always found that kind of odd, changing your name for religious reasons, but there is certainly nothing wrong with it. I guess I'm just not a super religious man. You know, actually, that sounds bad. I don't mean I don't believe in religion. I do. I just don't subscribe to a particular church. I just know that if I pray, I feel better. My good friend, Mr. Raymond, has been praying for me that I will figure this out. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I'm sure you have better things to do than read the ramblings of an old man. Let me know if there's anything you can do to help me. I'll ask my friends and family if they can help too. Once they know that I'll have $4.6 million after paying the shipping fee, I'm sure they'll be glad to help me if they can. Remain blessed. A little bit of background on that particular email, just in case you're not aware. So I've explained in the past that Stanley Wojciechowicz is a character from a television show, Barney Miller, late 70s, early 80s. He was played by Max Gale. There was another character, Ron Harris, played by the actor Ron Glass, who went on to play a character in a television show called Firefly, named Reverend Book. So I'm just kind of mixing up, all the stuff that I possibly can from my knowledge of pop culture and trying to use it as a way to waste this guy's time and now your time as well. You're welcome. Anyway, so let's see. That email went out at 12:08 p.m. on the 11th. So at 4:08, I had missed several calls from him. So I thought I better send him an email. 4:08. So I think I just missed a phone call from you. I tried calling back, but no answer. I've got my hearing aid in now if you want to call back. So he did. About 40 minutes later, I got a telephone call at 4:48 p.m. on May the 11th. Let's play that now.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is Reverend Harry Lawson.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Yeah, Reverend Harry Lawson from the Barclays Bank.
Right. How can I help
How
you?
are you today? Yeah, I'm calling respect of your ATM card.
Yes.
Yeah, I got your email, which you said you were able to do anything on the 25th, that you just have $100.
Right. Exactly. I don't have that's all the money that I have right now. I don't have enough to even pay for the slowest version until I get my next retirement check on the 25th of May.
Are you sure? Are you sure you'll be able to send the things on the 25th? If I was able to talk to the board of directors, ask them for more time.
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, I can't control anything that might go wrong with the bank because it's a direct deposit. But I've never had a problem, so.
All right. So tell me, what option do you choose? Do you want the FedEx or the UPS or the DHL?
I was actually thinking that I would like to do the wire transfer.
The wire transfer, that will cost you $1,500.
Right. I just don't have the money right now. I will on the 25th.
All right. Oh, okay. What you do, you have to send me your banking details. All right.
Okay.
Your account number, your uh, name, the beneficiary name, which the account holder,
Okay.
your the SWIFT code,
Oh,
and if possible the routing.
this is getting a lot more complicated than I thought. Maybe I should just go with the FedEx option.
Well, no, it's the transfer wouldn't. All we need is just your account number, your account name.
Okay.
That's the name of your bank. That's all.
Okay.
Then the transfer will comment. We don't want much. Are you sure you're gonna pay the 1,500?
Well,
we need the money will be paid before we make the transfer into your account. All right. Because you are paying for the direct services.
Right. Well.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to talk to some friends and family and see if I can find anybody that would help me put together this money. So I might be able to do it earlier.
All right then. And well, if you said so, that would be very much better. But,
right.
I would always advise you to keep your winning confidential. All right.
Keep
and
it
to your ATM card guest.
Well, I'm not sure I understand what you mean by.
Sorry?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Keeping what confidential?
Keep your winning. Your winning.
Oh, the money.
Your winning. Keep your winning confidential. You should keep everything to yourself. All right, because you don't know who is who. One needs to be very careful because because your ATM card, you're telling them you're about to get the ATM card or worth the sum of $4.6 million United States dollars. I mean, you don't know who is who. You don't have to trust anybody because someone else might, intercept it on his way, or someone else might come around to steal it from you. So one needs to be very, very careful. You don't have to start exposing your winnings, all right, for security reasons.
Right. Well, I wouldn't tell total strangers about this. I'm just talking about very close friends and family.
Well, you should be very, very careful then. You know you're 73 years. You should be very careful.
Right.
Very well. I can as well talk to the board of directors. They can as well wait till on the 20th, as you mentioned.
Okay.
I only know. Yeah, but if there's any way you can get the tree, if there's any way you can come up with the sum before then, that is a welcome idea.
Okay. I'll come up with something.
I hope you know what. I hope you know how much a wire transfer is. It's $1,500.
Right.
I hope you're aware.
Okay. I will. I'll work on this, and I will stay in touch via email.
All right then. You should stay in touch via email. If you want the transfer, you can as well send the banking details across. All right.
Right.
That's what you want.
Yeah. I'm having a little bit of problem understanding you on this call. Seems like a really bad connection. Could you send me an email with the details that you're going to need?
All right, I will do that. I'll send you an email immediately.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Bless you too. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.
So, yeah, I probably should have edited that down, but this is the kind of stuff that I'm dealing with. This is just a horrible telephone connection. awful echo. Say what you will about Mr. Raymond. Mr. Raymond had some quality equipment. I was able to understand him, and he was able to understand me. But this is just, I'm pretty sure he's sitting somewhere with a tin can and a string connected to the internet, and that's how we're communicating. In any case, he's like, keep the winnings confidential. Somebody might steal it from you, like I'm trying to steal from you. I like how we've moved from the original concept that this $4.6 million was compensation because I had been a scam victim in the past. That's what this money was for. But now it's winnings. It's like I've won a lottery that I didn't even enter. It's incredible. I told him that I would not have money until the 25th. So naturally, a few minutes later, he sent this email to me. I spoke to the boards this morning and I told them of the new development that you mentioned of remitting the shipping fees on Friday and the accepted by given us more time till then. Thanks for your cooperation and understanding. Regards, Reverend Henry. Friday, no matter how you look at this, I don't have anything for you on Friday. The 25th is a Wednesday. The 13th is before the 25th. The 20th is before the 20th. No matter how you slice this, I never said anything about Friday. He must be confusing me with somebody else. So, Stan replies, just a note, as we discussed, I would not be getting my next retirement check until May 25th, which is not tomorrow. It's still 13 days away. I'm looking into other sources of funding this earlier, but I don't have information yet. Sorry I did not reply yesterday. When I got home, my lawn was really looking bad, so I started mowing the grass, but I slipped on a wet patch and twisted my back. As a result, I never got on my computer yesterday. I just took some pain medication and went to bed. I'm going to call my daughter right now and see if she can help me. Thanks for keeping in touch. So that was at 1:46 p.m. on the 12th. I received a couple more emails. Dear Stanley, we just spoke some moments ago. By moments, he means 12 hours ago, but that's a few moments, I guess, between friends. You suggested you would want a wire transfer, which would cost you just $1,500 to get your compensation sum wired into your private account. After the payment of $1,500, it would take nothing less than an hour to get the money into your account. All we need to get the transfer done is name of bank, account name, account number, SWIFT code. These are all we need to get the money into your account, Reverend Henry Larson. And the next, 10 hours later? Yeah, 10 hours later, the exact same email again because I hadn't replied quickly enough. Now, I did originally tell him that I wanted to do that because I figured as long as I'm going to be wasting his time, I might as well dangle the largest amount of cash in front of him as I possibly can. But then he started asking for the name of the bank, the account name, the account number, and the SWIFT code. One, I'm not even sure what a SWIFT code is. I've never wired money before. So I'm working off an assumption now that he believes he has somebody who will pay him money for this fake ATM card. He thinks he's successfully scamming someone. I want to take up as much of his time as I can over the next 13, 12 days, whatever it is at this point. So I could give him a fake bank account, name, number, so on. But my fear is that he will immediately try to use it to drain that account of any money that's in it. Now, he won't succeed because I'll give him a fake account. But once I give him a fake account, the game's kind of over. And I really want to drag this out for a while longer. So that's why I started being, kind of wishy-washy. Well, maybe I shouldn't do that. This sounds really complicated. Maybe I'll just do the $550 part. But at this point, he's still thinking he can get me to send him $1,500 or my bank account information so that he can drain it of all of the money that I might have. So my reply naturally is, sorry, I don't know what a SWIFT code is. I'd probably better just go with the 24-hour DHL delivery instead. How do I send you the $550 for that option? So he finally has replied to my earlier email about having twisted my back the day before. Dear Stanley, I got your email. I must say, I'm sorry for the twist you had. You should be very much careful next time because you are no more getting younger. I would love to have a word with you on phone. And is the shipping fees ready? I told you, the 25th. 25. It's a number that comes after 24, which comes after 23, and so on back till today, which is the 12th. So there's many days. There am many days, Mr. Reverend Henry, whoever you are. Please stay close to your phone. I might call you any time. That's okay. If I can't talk to you, I won't talk to you. And that's the only part of that one. So let's see. That was at 3:04 p.m. He sent another one about a half an hour later. Dear Stanley, your Barclays ATM credit card is still with us, and at the moment I have noted your preferred delivery option, which is DHL, $550 for the shipment of your Barclays Bank ATM credit card worth $4.6 million to your home address, plus all other documents such as beneficiary certificate of issuance, letter of guarantee, ownership document, etc. Please bear in mind that a certificate of origin of funds from Barclays Bank and a letter of guarantee shall also be sent to you alongside your Barclays ATM credit card to confirm that the funds is legal and has been certified clean and can be cashed upon use at any ATM cash point in the United States. In addition, your airway bill and security tracking number will be sent to you to enable you track your package online while on transit after payment of $550 is confirmed by the payment receiving officer, Mr. Naeem Cofield. We have scheduled a payment pattern that will suit you. Payment should be made to the receiving officer in New York, USA. Please endeavor to use the information below to send the fees, $550, which should be sent to the payment receiving officer, Mr. Naeem Cofield, through MoneyGram transfer. Payment delivery information, name, Naeem Cofield, address, New York, USA, amount to send, $550, money control number, 8 digits. You are to effect the payment via MoneyGram transfer and do ensure to furnish me with the money transfer control number, which is the 8-digit number immediately the $550 is sent. To enable me confirm the money and use for your purpose of shipping your Barclays ATM credit card worth $4.6 million to your delivery address. Please note that we will like to confirm the date of payment. You are therefore advised to let us know the date of your payment so that we can meet up with the delivery date and time. Also note that you will be required to sign and collect your package from the DHL official who will deliver your Barclays ATM credit card to you at your doorstep. They like doorsteps, these people. Please cooperate and show them any form of identification, ID, driver's license, business card to receive your Barclays ATM credit card package. I will be waiting to confirm your payment of $550 through Western Union or MoneyGram. So now we're going to allow Western Union too, okay, to Mr. Naeem Cofield with the above payment information. Best regards, Reverend Henry. Again, say what you will about Mr. Raymond. He had the better English. He really did. So I finally replied about 45 minutes ago. Reverend Henry, Stanley Wojciechowicz here. I just wanted to give you an update. It's taken me a few hours to calm down after the awful telephone call I had with my daughter. I told her about you and Barclays Bank and the ATM card and how if she and her husband could loan me $550 for 48 hours, I'd be able to pay them right back. You'll never believe what she said. End of message. Okay, so he probably's not reading it in real time, but I don't know. I thought a clickbait type of thing might be appropriate at this point. So I continued on with another email. She said I was a fool and that it's some sort of internet scam. I tried to tell her that this isn't an internet scam because we've talked on the phone and how your phone number is right here in Connecticut. I explained that you are a reverend, but she wouldn't even listen to me at that point. She forgets that I used to work for the New York City Police Department, and I know what crime looks like. People with guns are breaking into houses. Criminals certainly don't give you addresses and phone numbers to track them down. Would it be possible for you to send me some sort of identification that I could use to prove your identity to her? Regardless of her unwillingness to help me, I have found another way to raise some money. I don't know if you are aware, but there are websites out there that people can use to raise money for things. GoFundMe, Indiegogo, Funds-A-Poppin', things like that. Funds-A-Poppin.xyz has indicated their willingness to help me set up a fundraising campaign to try to raise the money earlier than my retirement check on the 25th. Once I get that, once that is funded or I get my check, I can send you the $550. Something that might make my daughter feel better would be if maybe we can handle this transaction in two parts. I send you half the money, you send me half the ATM card. Then I send you the other half of the money, and you send me the other half of the ATM card with the documents of authenticity. Could we do something like that? I'm just trying to figure out a way to make this work faster. I like to call this the King Solomon approach to scamming. Instead of giving one child to one mother, he proposes cutting the child in half and giving half to each mother. So I figure we can do the same thing with the money. We can cut the money in half. We can cut the card in half. Everybody can be happy. This is taking too long as it is, and you already know how crappy the telephone calls sound. So I'm not going to bore you with the other 3 telephone calls. I will summarize a couple of them, though. One was that he called trying to get me to look up an email. I told him, I'm not at home right now. I can't look up my email. So you're on a cell phone? Yes. Do you have SMS messaging? I said, I don't know. I've never used it before. So I'm going to try to send you an SMS. So he hangs up. He sends me an SMS, which he actually can't send me because the phone number that I have set up to forward to me doesn't support it. So, or at least I haven't turned it on. So he can send messages to it all day long. I will never get them. He calls me back a few minutes later, asks me if I got his SMS message. He suddenly thinks he's got a great way to keep in touch with me, I guess. And I explained to him, I called my daughter because she's the one who would help me do this. And she told me that we don't pay for SMS messaging on my phone. So, sorry, I can't get SMS messages. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. I've sent him some ideas. Again, as always, some of these things I think that I say are so outlandish that surely it's going to ruin the bit. But he clearly does not understand English very well. So this will probably just go right over his head. He won't have any idea what I'm saying, and we'll just get the basic minimum amount of information. In any case, tomorrow I will start my Funds-A-Poppin' campaign. I'll reset the website so that he can start looking at the progress of my account. And because I have a lot more time this time than I did with Mr. Raymond, I can actually let it build up for 11 or 12 days. And then just in the last day or so, have it kick into overdrive where it starts bringing money in really fast. And then I'll pull the same scam on him that I did on Mr. Raymond. But for now, we'll see. We'll see what comes tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate comments or messages, although I know what you'll say tonight, and that was, Scott, you don't seem as focused. And you're probably right. I'm kind of tired. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you again. Until next time, take care.